Welcome to musicmovement.com. I am Torio, and today we're going to talk about 3 ways to promote your album. So here are 3 effective ways that you can promote your album once it's released. Now, keep in mind, this all depends on your budget and how many people you have to help you do these things. You could do it by yourself, but it might take a lot of time, some money, effort, all that good stuff. Now, as far as budget, if you have a large enough budget to promote your album, you could pretty much start anywhere. And because keep in mind, back in the days, it used to be if indie artists released an indie project, they get CDs pressed up and all that good stuff, and they might only have enough money to get it distributed in their state only. A lot of times it would be like that, or in their city only. It was hard to find a national distributor before the internet. Now with the internet, anyone in the world can buy your music at any time. So keep in mind, you are now distributed internationally. So you don't have to worry about that. Because back in the days, if you only had enough CDs to put in stores in 3 states, then that was it. You would just probably base your promotion in those 3 states. Because that's the only places they were anyway. You see what I'm saying? But now that you're international with online, people could stream and buy at any time. You need to start somewhere on where you want to promote. Now, if you've had a past with different states and different areas and you always were shown love in a certain area, you always want to go back to there and show love again. Do shows, do all that good stuff. You also want to focus on areas that you're not really big in yet, but you got to do this wisely and spend your money wisely as far as travel expenses, promotional material that you'll take to these states, and all that good stuff. So I was talking to a friend about this recently, and if you're starting off with a smaller budget, which is fine, you might want to start out in your own state, locally, or in your own state, the whole state if you want, or the city, depending on your budget. Now, these are my steps to promote your album effectively. And the most effective way to do this is, of course, touring, like I've always said. So this is how I would do things. And this is what I've learned from prior experiences working with other bands and helping to promote other artists in the past. Say you're starting in your hometown. You book a show, whether you're opening or you're the headliner, it doesn't matter. Book a show, then call the local newspapers that deal with entertainment. You know, every city and most cities and states have these free entertainment newspapers that you see, that they're usually given out in bars and clubs and convenience stores and things like that. But they're popular as hell. And they list shows that go on and all that good stuff. Call these people, call the people who deal with music and post show listings, and talk to them and be like, look, I'm doing a show at the such and such club and I have a new album out. See if you could get at least a show mention, or a show mention and possibly an interview or a CD review, all that good stuff. And then you use that same formula in the next city or the next state. You see what I mean? Book a show, contact the media is number 2. Try to get show mentions and CD reviews and or interview in that said paper. And 3, radio. College radio is the easiest to get on. But you can try, if you have a big enough fan base, you can try terrestrial radio there. So before you even get anywhere near the city you're going to perform next in, once you have the show booked, you know the date, you know the venue, make these calls. Find out, you could find these papers online. Call these magazines, tell them I have a show coming up, I want to get a mention about the show, where to buy tickets, and I'm looking to get an interview or a CD review. And then if they're cool with that, they'll ask you for a CD, generally online or through email, or, you know, where can they listen to it at? Rarely they'll have you mail a CD, but that's pretty rare these days. And then, of course, radio. Try college radio in those areas first. You're more than likely to get on there and possibly get mentioned about your show. But it's all about timing with these 3 steps, because you want to have enough time to give these people who work these magazines and give the people who work radio, college radio or regular radio, whatever, to get your single or to get your mentions ready. These 3 steps, they can be effective. It might not work in every state. Some people might not want nothing to do with you. If you have a fan base, it's more than likely they will want to mess with you. If you don't, if you're totally unknown, trying to get big, just keep trying. Rinse and repeat. Okay, I'm in Cleveland, I'm going to Columbus. Show, contact people, contact radio. Great, it worked there. We're leaving the state, we're going to Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, same thing. Book show, blah, blah. Be courteous when you make these calls. Give everyone enough time, and it generally works out. Especially if the show has a headliner, maybe that's headlining that's bigger than you, it has some name to them, or just you. If you have some name to yourself already, and you are fairly popular, tell them this. Give them, when they ask for your press kit, electronic press kit, whatever, make sure all that stuff is in there so they know, okay, this guy is kind of important in this city that he's out in. So try these 3 steps. Hopefully it'll work for you. If not, you got to try. You can't just sit at home and do nothing, basically. So try it out. It works for many, many indie recording artists that I've worked with in the past, and the formula doesn't really change as far as stuff like that. The industry may change as far as things going digital and streaming, but the formula pretty much stays the same. You just have to adapt a little bit. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit that icon bell next to the subscribe button and it'll notify you when new videos come out. Leave a comment. What's your strategy? What has worked for you when you're trying to tour and promote your album? Because that's the way to do it. You can't really put out an album and just sit there and expect it to do things. It's not going to work. You have to get out there. You have to meet your fans, gain new fans. You have to do this stuff. That's the only way you're going to build a huge fan base. Now, also, look in the description below. There's tons of links, tons of resources that can help you out. Check them out. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next video.